Hello, my candles. It's Katie with Light in the Darkness ASMR. Today I have a candle and I would like to light it in remembrance of my grandmother who passed away this week. My grandmother passed away December 4th at 8:36 p.m. Please, if you could watch this video all the way through, I would at the end like to add some photos of me and her and a sweet little video clip that's very emotional between me and her on our last day. I would really appreciate it if you guys could watch it all the way through. I just want to start out, before I go into talking about my grandma, about my channel. I am not going anywhere. I am staying on YouTube. I just need a little time. I can't guarantee an everyday video right now for my personal well-being. I am grieving. So bad right now. And if it had not been a breakthrough for me, not last night, but the night before last, I would not be sitting before you right now making this video. But I had I had my grandmother and my grandfather come through on the other side to me. And if it had not been for that, I would not be sitting here right now. So, as far as videos, I'm not going to make any promises. I'm just going to say I'm not going to post every day. I'm just going to post and make videos when I can. So right now, all requests are on hold. I'm so sorry. My patrons already know what I'm doing for them. But I wanted all 800 something of you, my candles, to know, because it's not fair. You invest in this channel, you love my content, or you love me. It's not fair for me to just dip out and not tell you guys. I want you to know she's in a better place. But I want to tell you, and if you're not a fan, if you're not a fan of getting emotional, I can try to put a timestamp in, but if I don't, and one of you would like to comment the timestamps and of me talking about whatever versus my grandma's photos and video at the end, somebody is more than welcome to timestamp it. I'm don't know if I'll remember. My mind is so crazy right now with things. I won't promise to put a timestamp in because I don't know if I can remember. But I just wanted to say, she passed away on Wednesday. And I wanted to tell you guys what happened on Wednesday. So, I bought her this music, like this old retro dementia and Alzheimer's patient, like retro radio. You physically flip open to play the music and you close it to turn the music off. If you want to change the song, you press the button like once and it changes. Other than that, it plays through. I bought that for her for Christmas. And ever since Sunday, I shit you not, guys, I had been feeling like I needed to give it to her. And on Wednesday, I got that feeling like I'm just gonna give it to her. I'm just gonna give it to her. I'm not gonna say my family hasn't given me support during this. I think they're giving support the best way that they know how. It's not the right support for me. Unfortunately, I'm very saddened to say that. Because I would be lying if I told you that my family is helping me. Because the truth is, my grandmother was my mama, and she was the only person in the entire world who would help me, as in emotionally, mentally, and even physically. She had my back from day one. For those that don't know, she helped my adoptive mom adopt me. Within the day I was getting adopted, her and my grandfather, my papa, flew in, and the picture of her, she was my best friend from day one. I think God put me in the family I was in for her, because God knew we needed each other. And here I am at 26 years old, feeling like I've lost my mom. At 8, I feel like I lost my dad. 26, I feel like I've lost my mom. And I felt lost. I'm very sad. Because let me tell you this, guys. It wasn't anything with the dementia, with how she passed. She passed unexpectedly and very sudden. Yes, she was 88. She had a pacemaker in, but we really didn't know. It was more like she made a weird noise and took 3, breaths and she was gone. She didn't suffer, thank God. In the end. And I'm so glad I wasn't there when she passed, because y'all, it was 3.5 hours after I left, and I feel like it was literally that day was made for me and her. It was the most perfect day. So back into this radio. I go over there because it's, my turn to take care of her that day and spend time with her. And I walk upstairs and see her sitting in her favorite chair. And she goes, "Hey, Miss Katie." So much right now. The feeling you get when you're never going to hear that person's voice. I have so many recordings, but it's never going to do it justice. So I walk up there, and the first thing I say to her is, "I got you an early Christmas present." And she's smiling. She's like, "Really? For me?" And she's so grateful. And my sister, she was an ass about it. She was like, "Can't that wait till Christmas?" And I'm just like, "You need to understand, this is something." Just my sister, she wasn't meaning to come off that way, I don't think, but it kind of hurt me a little. It was more like I turned to her and said, "I just need to do this. Something's telling me I need to do this." I set it all up for her and had all these instrumental 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s music, more big band swing and jazz, which, if you don't know me that well, that's my favorite kind of music. Big band swing is my favorite. That's what we shared together, is that music. We bonded over that kind of music. And when I say she acted like she didn't have dementia, she acted like she didn't have dementia. And that day it was so perfect. Within a minute or two, you flip open to play the music, you close it to turn it off, you leave it open and press the button if you want to change the song. Perfect. And we sat there. She was very emotional that day, and she hadn't really been that way. She asked me her normal questions, "Am I happy?" And I said, "I'm happiest when I'm with you." She said, "Where am I living?" I told her. She said, "Do I help my mother?" I said, "Sometimes, when she needs me and I'm not busy working and all that and going to school." And she said, "What grade are you in?" And I said, "I'm in college, Grandma." And she normally asks me, "Am I in school?" And I say college. And then she asks, "Well, what am I doing in college?" And I tell her social work. Well, she didn't ask that this time. Everything felt a little different that day. Something felt different about that day, and I couldn't put my fingers on it. And we went into the music and we were playing it, and she was clapping and everything, and she was sitting there like this, just listening away, closing her eyes, smiling, listening to her songs. And I uploaded on my computer to the music player our favorite songs. I did that day. And we listened to it and we cried, and she skipped my Pawpaw's favorite song to her, and I thought that was different. And she went to tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree. That song she sang to us and played every day in her car, or she'd take us to school and take us back, and everywhere we'd listen to that song, and she broke down. And then there's this fucking new song I discovered. I mean, it's a Christmas song, but it's these artists, and they're just so, their voices are so angelic. And I played it, and I recorded this moment, and I'm going to share it with y'all later at the end of the video, so please stick around. And, you know, I told her, it's so emotional in that video. I told her how much I'm scared to lose her, and that I feel like I can't do life without her. And she goes, "Oh honey, you're not gonna lose me." And then, you know, she's like, I can't remember all of it right now because I'm too emotional, but she pretty much told me she loved me and she's not going anywhere. I told her she's my mama. Oh, she told me when I told her I don't think I can do life without her, she said, "The Lord's not going to give you more than you can bear." That was something she always said to me when I was struggling. So we talked about everything. There were no secrets, no nothing. And, you know, I'm so glad I recorded that moment. I've played it probably over 100 times. But something felt different about that day, and I couldn't place it. I had to come home at 4 and leave her, you know, with my sister. You know, another thing that happened is she ended up having an accident on herself after the music. And she was laying down. She was on an antibiotic. She had an accident, so we took her to the bathroom. And she was having a little pain and everything, and we got her cleaned up and we put her in bed, and she was having pain, and she looked at me and she just was crying. She said, "Katie, I'm in just so much pain." I just went like this, y'all. I just went like, "It's okay. Shh. It's okay. Shh." I went like that to her and I said, "It's okay." And I said, "It's okay." I was like, "If you need to rest, you rest, okay? You take a nap, you go to sleep, whatever you need to do, you do it." And she said, "I can't go to sleep, I can't take a nap, but I'm gonna lay right here." And I said, "Okay. Because her bedroom was connected by a door to the living room, and I said, "Okay, I'll be right in the living room. I love you." And she said, "Okay." That's the last thing I said to her. I didn't say goodbye to her before I left because I don't know. I have no reason why, and I feel guilty about it. But I have regrets, secret regrets, I guess. But I'm so lucky because I feel like that day was meant for me and her. I think she knew I needed that day with her. passed that night with my sister. My sister watched her take her last breath. And my grandma ate the best that day. She ate like a horse. She had a barbecue sandwich. Oh, not to mention we ate tacos together that day. Homemade tacos. She wanted me to eat half of hers and I said, no, Grandma, you eat it. She spilled apple juice towards the end on her food and I gave her dessert instead. She was so nice too. Thank you. Every 2 seconds, thank you. My Katie, thank you. So sweet. And, because if y'all don't know this, I've been taking care of my grandma for a while. She hadn't been doing the best. But, you know, my sister gave her a barbecue sandwich. And it was later on after she ate it and everything. She's in bed and my sister was going to give her her nightly meds, and that's when she went in the kitchen to get it. My sister did. She thought my grandma was having a bad dream. She heard a sound that sounded funny, and you know, my sister went in there and she took 2, like, not agonizing, but 3, like, huge gasps for air. And her color changed. My sister saw that her eyes weren't fixated on her and they were kind of... My grandma had the prettiest baby blue eyes you'd ever see. And I don't know. I'm glad I wasn't there, but I was on the phone with my best friend all day. I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get off the phone. I'm so glad I was on the phone with my best friend at the time, because my sister beamed in on the phone and I was like, oh my God, is this it? Is this it? And my sister said, Katie, Grandma's dead. And I just kinda, huh? I was in such shock. I switched over and I said, Grandma's dead. Because she was a huge impact in my best friend's life too. And I said, she's dead. My sister binged in again and she's like, you hung up on me. And I asked her again, I said, is she really dead? She's like, yeah. I said in a joke, and I'm like, I know that. And she's like, I'm on my way to come get you. We gotta wait an hour for hospice to get here. They're out of town, an hour away, to pronounce her. But we already know because we're 2 nurses. And I said, okay. We waited an hour for her to get there, or him to get there to call it. And then an hour after that for the funeral service, to pick up her body. You know, I had my dog. After I saw her, my stepdad brought my dog over, who loved my grandma. She bottle fed him when he was a baby. And his mama dog, which was my grandma's, actually passed this year too. So she's with her baby dog. But my dog immediately, it's crazy, when he jumped on my grandma's bed. He always did that. He accidentally jumped on her body because she looked like she was sleeping, and we were all like, Momo, get off the bed. And he jumped to me and he wouldn't leave me alone, and I'm holding him and he kind of was sniffing the air, looking at her. You could tell he noticed something was wrong, and I grabbed him and held him while everybody went downstairs to talk to the funeral people. I sat next to my grandma, and I just kind of leaned in a little, and he got closure. He started and sniffling. He kind of knew. In fact, I went back the other night to her house, and he ran around the whole house looking for her, kind of like I did. You know, when I'd walk into the house, I'd go woo, and she'd go woo. It was like our little call to each other, and then she'd go, hey, Miss Katie. Whatnot, you know, it's just... She went suddenly and unexpectedly. It was, you know, we think because she was having pain in the right side of her leg and it was a little swollen, she either had a massive heart attack or she had a blood clot that took her, or a stroke, you know. It had to be something really bad because, y'all, there were no fucking signs. Her body showed no signs and nothing. And I think that's the part that got me, is that she was there and she wasn't. And I'm just so fucking thankful I got that day with her. I think she was waiting for me to tell her it's okay. You can go to sleep now. I was not thinking of it like that. I meant take a nap and I'll be back in there. I was not ready for her to go, and I feel so selfish. But I've lost my whole world right now, and I'm just so sorry. I feel like I'm letting y'all down. I know a huge part of me is missing right now, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna get it back. But I'm gonna try to make ASMR videos and everything. But I'm gonna add in some pictures right now and that video clip to the end of this video, and I want to cherish this, and I want to tell you guys my watch hours are down, so please, if you could, while I'm absent for a little bit till I can make my first ASMR video, please rewatch my videos and help me out. If you know people that would like to subscribe, send them my way. I would like to make it my goal to get my watch hours and my 1,000 before February, my full year. I would be so grateful, even if it doesn't happen. But please, if you could, just send love and positivity my way, and prayers, whichever. I'm gonna be okay, though. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna send some update videos to you guys every now and then, outside of ASMR. Just let you know how I'm feeling. But, one more thing before I go is I just want to say I'm doing a lot stronger now than I was when I first found out, and that's because not last night, but yesterday morning, technically, early morning, had a sign. Okay, so I have a connection to the paranormal world, the spirit world, and my guards are down right now. I can't shield myself properly, and I've been having all sorts of things happen to me, voices and everything, while I'm sitting in bed. I called one of my other friends up and I said, hey, I can't shield myself, can you help me? Can you send something for me? And he said, Katie, everything I sent you the other night, I couldn't even hardly get to you, sending it to you. And now it's like I don't have the energy. I can't get enough energy to do it. He's like, I'm so sorry. And I said, can you stay on the phone with me for a minute? And he said, yeah. Well, we had 3 hours later. But I'm on the phone with him and I said, I don't know what's wrong. I feel like I'm in a fucking tornado. And he goes, what do you mean? And I go, there's people all around me. I can't see them, but I can hear them. There's noises here. There's a man over here. There's a woman over here chattering. And I said, I feel like there's 10 to 15 people around me and I feel so claustrophobic. And he goes, take a few breaths and listen to me. They can't hurt you. They're probably just feeding off of you because you're grieving so much. I said, that's scary to me. And he's like, I know, but they can't hurt you. I said, okay. And I'm sitting there, and for me, when I hear spirits and all that, like I feel when it's a direct guardian angel or family member for me, I feel them. I feel like their presence is here. Well, I shit you not, the coolest thing happened. I'm telling him, I feel surrounded and swarmed and just so scared. And I feel my pawpaw. It's like I'm staring up at the ceiling and I just, how you're staring at something but you don't see that anymore. You see like a mental image or something go through your head. I see, like, how you're looking at a stage before a performance and it's blacked out and then the spotlight hits somebody. It was like a slightly fiery glow. And it's my pawpaw. He steps forward and he's like, he didn't say anything, but I just knew he was telling me she was with him. And then there's this picture, and I'll add it in there at the end of this video, where my grandparents first met me when my mama brought me home from adoption. And they met me for the first time. My grandma's smiling from like ear to ear, and her eyes are lit up like the 4th of July. My papa's holding me and my mom's over here. And her face is on this healthy body, and like I see these silhouettes of like gray figures just in a crowd, and I get that visual, and she's going in between them, just kind of, hey, like how somebody's trying to, I got goosebumps, how they're trying to like get your attention. It was like it was all on me, like I'm on stage at that point, and it's like at a performance, and she's weaving in and out going, hey Katie, hey, I'm here, while trying to run to my pawpaw. I am getting that visual that morning, yesterday morning, of that face, like, like lit up like a candle, but like the brightest I've ever seen it. And she's the only one that I'm fixated on, and I'm just like, hey, I'm like, you made it. You fucking made it. You know, I was waiting for a sign, and I got it. And I was so upset. I'm like, am I gonna be able to see her? Am I gonna feel her? And y'all, I've been so calm. I've been emotional, but I've been calmer and stronger since that happened. And I was waiting for that sign, because that was gonna tell me I was gonna be alright. So sorry. And so I cry now because I miss her. I miss hearing her voice. I miss holding her. God, I miss holding her. I know she's not struggling, but I miss her in every aspect. My bestest friend. My mother. The best titles I could ever give someone like her. She was my comedian. We would laugh about anything. We had little secret jokes and things. They weren't really a secret, but I have never in my life had I do with anybody else like that besides her husband, which was my papa that died. And I thought his death was hard. Sorry, papa, it was. It was the hardest thing I ever went through as a kid. But this, you know, I feel like I kind of disappointed her, because she said she wanted to see me get married. She wanted to see me graduate. She wanted to see me have a kid. She wanted to meet her first great grandbaby, and there's some things I'm beating myself up about, but it's okay, I guess. I just wanted y'all to know everything, and I'm sorry this is such a long video. But now I'm sorry. I know I told you before I'm putting the clips in now, but now I'm going to be doing that in just a moment. But thank you for all supporting me and loving me and making me feel special. I hope that I can continue to light up my candles. I call you my candles. I want to be the light in your life, because I know that's what my grandmother would want, is for me to put as many footprints on as many hearts as she did. She always told me I'm special, and it's not just a family, you're special. It's I am special. I have a gift. I want to help as many people as I can, and I was gonna take a semester off of college, but I've realized since Grandma died, I'm majoring in social work, and I want to help specialize in the field of comfort for people with dementia and Alzheimer's and just elderly people in general. I want to help. That's what I want to do with social work, and it just makes me want to work that much harder right now. And I haven't decided if I'm taking next semester off or not. I kind of want to, but I don't know yet. But it's like I feel stronger, but at the same time, I don't want to say weak. I don't know how to describe it. But I know whatever I decide to do with my life, give my grandma the glory. And I just want to carry on for her because she would want me to. She would not want me suffering or moping around. So I'm gonna do it in honor of her and everything I do from here on out. Thank you for watching. Let's watch these photos in this video.
Turn it off now, Katie.
You know I'm terrified to lose you, right? You know I'm terrified to lose you, right?
Terrified to lose me. I ain't gonna help her, baby.
I'm scared.
We all
I don't think I can do life without you.
she can.
I don't think I can.
Lord won't give you more than you can bear. Remember that.
You're all I've ever had.
What can I give him?
You're my best friend. And my mom.
If I were a shepherd, I would bring the lamb. If I were a wise man, I would do my part.
I'm just scared.
If